事。我们即将开始今日的流程，请您迅速就座。非常感谢您的合作。
First, I would like to seek your cooperation in completing this seminar. Kindly switch your mobile phone to silence mode to avoid interruption. Thank you for your kind cooperation and attention.
首先，我要请在座各位的贵宾将您的手机调整成为震动或是静音的模式。感谢您的体谅与配合。
Honorable guests, the Secretary General of the Board of Machine Tools Association, Switzerland, Mr. Christoph Bretter.
各位贵宾，瑞士机械工会秘书长 Mr. Christoph Bretter。
A very good morning to everyone and welcome here. The cooperation between Union Mechatronic Inc. and Trudin AG. In our traditional Chinese greeting, I would like to say 大家好 to all of you. So please sit down, relax and enjoy the rest of this morning.
各位先生、各位女士，大家早安！欢迎来到国和科技股份有限公司与楚定 AG 合作发表会。我想用英文向大家问候 How are you doing today？ 烦请您坐下，并且轻松愉快地度过今天早晨。
I'm Jamie Xu.
I'm Yuan Lin.
We have been given the text by our dear President Mrs. Paul Lin to be your emcee for this morning. We thank you for all gracing this occasion. We are delighted to welcome every guest and extend the warmest welcome to those who have traveled from distance. I would like to express our welcome gratitude for your presence at this venue. It's indeed a pleasure to have you all today. We are looking forward to meeting, hearing you, and sharing with your views with us. 我是许建明，
我是林玉文。今天董事长交予我们司仪的任务，感谢各位参与这场发表会。我们也诚挚热烈地欢迎每位贵宾，并且向远道而来的贵宾致上最真挚的谢意。我要衷心感谢您的参与，今天非常高兴有你们。我们期待与您见面，听取您的意见，并且与我们分享您宝贵的建议。
First, I would like to introduce the reps of UNT and Trudin AG today.
首先为您介绍国和科技股份有限公司与楚定 AG 的今天签约双方代表。
Mr. Spiller, please.
Spiller 先生。
Mr. Pauling, please.
林董。在场的各位都认识林董。林董已经在工具机产业耕耘了超过30年的时间。
Mr. Douglas Spiller is the Vice President of the Sales from Trudin AG. Also, one of the best friends of UNT, we have many cooperation in machining developing and building. We have cooperated together for 15 years.
Mr. Spitzer 是楚定 AG 的销售副总，并且也是国和公司最要好的朋友之一。我们已经认识及合作超过15年了。
接下来的行程，请林董介绍国和科技股份有限公司。
Next, let's welcome Mr. Lin to introduce Union Mechatronic Incorporation.
Ms. Plata, Thierry and Douglas. 各位贵宾，亲爱的女士先生们，欢迎来参加今天楚定跟国和科技股份有限公司的重要的一个合作联盟，还有这样的一个产品发表会。谢谢你们这样之间的包容参加。
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the important presentation of Trudin AG and Union MT and the product introduction of Trudin AG.
我相信公司的一个价值是在于跟客户、跟合作伙伴之间彼此之间的互动的关系。
I believe The value of an enterprise lies in its interactions with clients and partners.
如何赢得客户的信任，互相的尊重，跟建立长期能提供解决方案的能力。
And offering total solution to win customers' trust and respect.
今天我们在这里跟厨定公司的一个合作的一个联盟。
This ally with Chuding AG today.
当我们的一个机器的价格从原先的美金5万块、美金30万到美金100万。
When the machine price is $50,000 USD, $300,000 USD, or $1 million USD.
这所需要的产品技术知识。
讲到不用 guessing， 就是猜测这一件事情上面，在一开始设计这个机台的时候，它用的天然花岗岩平台，放在两边的这个花岗岩石块来支撑相关的研磨轮和调整砂轮。一开始我们就是想要把它100%平行，当然不太可能是100%，中间可能有非常微细的误差。不过在一开始在机台设计主力的时候，已经把这一点考虑进去。所以说我们的相关的平行度、我们的增圆度这些东西，都已经把这个机台纳入我们的标准里面。
If I talk about the W axis, so you can also see here just the pictures to show you that this axis is also a strong axis, because since it will move in the middle, it must be strong, because it will absorb all the force that you will get from the grinding and regulating wheel. So you can see that here we are talking about a really strong axis in the middle. That's where you will fix the work rest for the part.
在 W 轴这个弓箭托板这个轴必须要很强壮，因为它要承受所谓研磨砂轮跟调整轮中间的这些研磨的制程，所以说我们把它设计得非常的强壮。
Of course, with our concept as standard, you can do plunge grinding, so I mean in-feed grinding, or you can also do through-feed grinding. So to do through-feed grinding, we can just open the backside of the machine, which is very easy, and so it makes us able to make through-feed grinding as well. And otherwise, what is interesting is just to see that everything is well integrated and well managed on the backside, because the integration is also an important point.
在机台的背面的部分，因为要做通过式研磨，在左下角的那一个照片，门打开以后，弓箭可以从前面放进去，从后面这些开的门出来，这种是所谓的通过式研磨。当然，我们也可以做所谓的在制程中放进去的研磨。那这整个相关的配线背板是非常的简洁和简单。
If I talk a little bit about the spindle, so for the spindle here again, we don't use any belt. We are talking about, for the model Ecoline, for the grinding wheel we use a built-in motors, so integrated motors, and for the regulating wheel we use a direct drive motors. And if I talk about the model Proline, for both spindle we use a built-in motor. So again here we have no belt, so it's again in the philosophy to be more reliable. I mean, to get the best reliability as possible.
那刚才我们讲到我们的机台哲学，我们不使用皮带。在 Ecoline 的部分，我们的研磨砂轮是使用内藏式的主轴；在所谓的调整轮的部分，我们使用直接的主轴。如果是 Proline 的部分，我们这两个研磨轮的部分都统一都使用所谓内藏式的主轴。
Of course, on those spindle we can equip them with automatic balancing system. This is quite standard nowadays in the centerless technology, but this is available also by us, and all the balancing is made automatically. There is no point to take out the wheel and make the balancing outside the machine.
为了让这个相关研磨轮的部分有更好的动平衡，不需要把这个主轴拆下来在外面做动平衡的动作，因此我们的主轴内部的设计可以配备所谓的自动的动平衡的这个系统。
Also, in my point of view, something very important for the user. So, with the concept we have a very easy access to the working area. So, by just opening the two doors, we have a direct access to everything which are important in the machine. So a very easy access to the grinding wheel and regulating wheel, and as well as the work blade rest. So it brings at the end, when you have to change the setup in the machine. Within 2 hours, you can change a complete setup. So it means that you will not lose 2 days to change a setup like you have to do normally. So that's also really a key point, because the change over time, if you have to change frequently your setup or the process, here you have really easy access and it's really easy to do.
我们的机台的部分非常容易靠近，这两个右下角的这个照片，两个门打开，我们就可以靠近相关机台内部的结构。我们不需要花2天来调整更换里面的零件。如果你对一个经常需要去更换相关零件或者是相关保养的部分，你可能会花很多时间。我们的机台最多大概是2个小时。
Provided by Fanuc, where we will have our own tooling software inside for all the programmation.
我们使用的控制器主要是以发那科的系统为主，如果是全自动的系统，也是以类似发那科这种结合的这种电脑系统结构。
Maybe a point which is interesting, it's about the coolant, because sometimes, in the massive production, we almost always forget that the coolant will be also a key point for the process stability. Because depending how you set up your coolant, the process stability will be completely different. So due to the concept we have, the fact that the grinding wheel and regulating wheel is completely fixed in the Z way, it means that the coolant point will be also fixed. So there is no risk that by mistake or something else, the operator will move the coolant position. So it means, I know, sorry, I have to go quickly. It means that it will be always stable and stable for the process capability.
因为研磨过程会产生大量的热，尤其是你大量生产，那这个冷却系统可能就变成一个很关键的部分。因为我们的研磨轮、我们的调整轮的位置固定，因此呢，我们在冷却系统的部分，我们相关的这个喷嘴的位置也可以因为这样子而固定。
So since I have to go quickly, I will go quickly. So for the dressing, as I say, we can use whether the diamond point, which will be fixed on the W axis, or the high frequency spindle. So it means that we can dress any profile. Any profile can be dressed with our concept.
那在修砂的部分，我们可以使用钻石，也可以使用类似照片上面不同的东西。我们可以做任何轮廓的这个修砂动作。
I think it's quite interesting to see this movie, because you will easily understand how it's working, the concept with this W axis and also the Y axis, and also the fact that we can do multiple part grinding. So here you have a pictures view again of the working area. You can see that this W axis can move in and out the grinding zone, which make the loading solution much more easy and bring a lot of possibility in terms of roughing, finishing, or also for the dressing point. Here you can see this Y-axis, which is fixed on the regulating wheel. As I say, we can dress any profile by high frequency spindle or diamond point. And since we dress from the front, we are much more precise than from the back side. As example, we could load the part manually, and here you have a perfect example of multiple part grinding. So here we grind 4 parts in one cycle. So it means that basically you reduce your cycle time by 4 in that case. But it's always depending the number of parts you are doing in the same time. We could also make some full loading solutions. So that case, as example, was for General Motors in USA. It was for the fuel injection. We load and unload 5 parts in one time. I mean, of course, grind 5 parts in one cycle. So for them, in terms of efficiency, they just reduced their cycle time by 4. So it was by 4. So it was really successful for them. And here, of course, the coolant and stuff. So I think you can really understand that this concept and the different solution we can provide is really to bring the highest efficiency as possible in terms of productivity and precision. So if I give you again some figures about precision, in production 24 hours below 1 micron, that's not an issue for us. So we can really go to the top in terms of precision and productivity. And of course, we would be very happy and glad if you have any requests, any questions, anything. Thank you.
医疗产业的时候，你的连续加工精度也是非常重要的。 但是需要什么样的产品呢？真的欢迎各位也可以到我们的展场摊位来看一下那边实际所加工的，不管是刚刚道哥所说的燃料棒里面的一些管、手术刀，或者一些相关的精密轴承，或者是一些航太用的一些轮叶上面的一些加工的一些实际的一些制品，看了以后会更有这样的一个心得啊，就知道必须进入这些汽车、航太、医疗产业的时候需要什么样的基础。那感谢各位今天的来听这样的一些产品上面的介绍，跟参加这样的一个促进跟国合这样之间的一个合作的一个联盟。其实我很喜欢瑞士哦，不是瑞士有瑞士巧克力哦，那台湾这边有台湾凤梨酥啊，瑞士有它的起司啊，它的乳酪啊，但是我们有我们的臭豆腐，对不对？那瑞士它的机械都集中在它的贝利瓦，就是不管是在原先的修理跟处理，都在这样的区域。在台中也是机械工具机的一个重镇。那我最欣赏他们的，其实也是我们现在正在做很重要的一个学习，也就是如何在这样的有限的资源情况之下，瑞士没有矿产啊，瑞士人力只有800万，台湾还有2300万。在这样很有限的，不管是人力或者什么样的资源有限的情况之下，为什么瑞士它能够发展出刚刚所说的举世闻名的巧克力一些农产，或者说精密的一些制造业，或者甚至刚刚各位所听到的促进公司，它怎样能够创造最大的一个价值化？其实这也是国合公司这边目前一直在需要寻求的一个方向，也就是为什么我们站在这边，需要让在跟其他的同业来做这样的竞争。我们不走大，但是我们走小而美，我们走精致这样的一个路线，也需要我们这样之间的一个带入到瑞士上面的一个精品，也让我们公司在未来有更多持续有美好的发展。欢迎跟谢谢各位今天来到我们当中，我要非常诚挚的谢谢。
OK， 要有自信，好，1、2、3。
Confidence。
耶，好，第二章，今天有没有什么特别的主题？对 ，Happy Hour。Happy Hour。好，那大家就面带微笑，笑开心一点，都可以看到我吗？都可以看到我，看我在那边都可以看得到，可能后面2位可能可以看得到，因为你们脸可能会被遮住。好，这张笑得开心一点，1、2、3。好，最后一张大家可以摆一些什么其他的手势？最后一张大家可以摆一些其他的手势，有没有？或者是好 ，OK， 好，只有中间的好吗？好，那其他大家可以自在一点，因为很成功，这个活动很成功。OK， 好，最后一张，1、2、3。OK， 好，谢谢大家。